What is up there, LEGO fans, and welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we are going to be adding trees to the city. Yes, that is right. After years and years and years of people commenting and telling me that I need to add trees to my city, the day has finally come. This, of course, is coming off the heels of adding a lot of trees to the castle theme. That's been a new project that I've been working on a lot lately. And of course, if you have a castle theme, you need a forest. So I've been really working on getting those resources together and getting forests. And one video, this is the last video I did, I was playing around with adding trees that were going into the castle theme in my city, and darn it, it looks so good that I decided that I needed to allocate some resources to adding the trees to the residential area first. So this is what we're going to focus on here. So this is the before we add trees. Now, of course, there are some trees in here. We do have some palm trees. We have some very small trees like this, some brick-built creator trees, some bushes and things like that kind of spread around, which is nice, but it's not very visible. And that's what we're going for today, guys, is building these larger trees. So let's go over here to the work area, and let me kind of show you what I've got here ready to go. So I have made an additional Bricklink order. Got a lot of these bright green leaves right here. This looks like it would build tons of trees, doesn't it? But actually, the reality of the situation is that we have 9 trees budgeted here. So here's the tree trunks that I've got pre-built. We're going to use these, as you can see. I have them in these stacks. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the goal is actually just to make 9 trees. Yes, this is just going to make 9 trees, and they're all going to look very similar, if not very much identical to this. This is our template here. So as you can see here, it's got the 15 bricks there. It's got 3 of these as well. I don't know what these are called, but this is what it looks like here. And it'll also take 34 of these. This is a pile of 34 right here. So we have basically 9 piles of 34 that are all available to us in this massive stack. And last but not least, there's another piece that we'll need. This is a lightsaber rod that we'll actually use to kind of help with the stability of building our tree. So that being said, let's go ahead and get building on our first one. I'll show you how this all comes together. So to get us started here, let's grab this. This is our first one that we're going to be building with. These are somewhat older bricks. Unfortunately, they do suffer from brittle brown, and there's a number of them that are cracked and broken, but they still hold together relatively well, and I need as many of these as possible to build as many trees as I can, so we're still going to use those. Now, on our template here, it looks like we're going to start off with 5 bricks there at the bottom. So there is our stump, I guess, and we're going to put 1 leaf right there in the middle, and we're going to take one of those rods and stick it right through there, and that's where we definitely need a lot of that stability with that right there, because that is the weakest point when you separate these 2 bricks. So there we go. Got some good clutch right there. Now, you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to push this up a little further so it goes through this one here as well. So that's kind of what we're looking like to optimize the clutch there. Because what we're doing right here is we're adding 4 leaf elements here directly to the trunk. So we'll do that 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll have them stick straight out. And then we're going to take another one. Let's look at our template here. We're going to take 2 more and stick it right there. There we go. See, now we can see why we need that rod in there to hold it. Now, if you have a longer rod that'll go all the way through it, then that's ideal, because that will really hold your tree together. All right, now we are off to adding 3 layers that are going to use these. To do that first, what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 of these leaf elements. We're going to offset them like this, right? So they're going to hold together like so. And then the next one over is going to hold on to just its hand there, not its head. And the next one is going to be just like those first 2. So that's how those are going to come together. And that will just be one side of the tree, like that. And then we'll continue that on the other side, making sure that we continue with the offset there. There we go. Put that one on the top and this one on the bottom, and just like that, that should go hand in hand on either side, and then that can be added to the next layer of our tree. Now, we're going to do that 2 more times, exactly the way we just did it. Okay, so we've got our 2 additional sections. We're going to split them with 2 bricks each. Put that one there, that one on top right there. Yeah, this is taking shape now, isn't it? And then our 3rd layer right there. Now, when we get to our 3rd layer, I need to get something to put this on here so it doesn't fall over. There we go, we planted a tree here, guys. Now, this next layer is going to take 4, and that's going to go right into the trunk, just like it was before. So we're going to put those right at the top, just like so. And then we'll add 1 more. This is our 15th brick here at the very top. And finally, 1 more leaf, number 34, goes at the very top. And there is our tree. Now, we can make this one taller or shorter by just adding or removing from the stump. We can make it more dense by removing additional bricks there in the middle if we wanted to. But this is a balance that I seem to like a lot. So we're going to stick with that. And let's go ahead and build the rest of them and get them all together, and then we'll place them in the city. And here we are, guys. The trees are built and they are looking pretty darn good. Now, before we get these added to the city, there's a couple things I want to make mention of. First off, when I finished the 9th tree, I realized that I had enough leaves left over to make a 10th tree, but just not enough of these trunk elements. So what I ended up doing is I stole back 1 of them from every single tree, save 1. So at the bottom here, I just took it out kind of towards the bottom, that between that 2nd and 3rd layer. It doesn't really need it there. As you can see, it's still a good looking tree. So that, combined with adding these sloped elements at the bottom of a few of the trees as well, also saved me some of those elements. And as a result, this guy right here is our bonus tree. So that means we got 10 trees when we expected to get 9, and we still had 3 of these leaves left over and a few of these here as well. I grabbed these 2 trees out of my castle layout because I wanted to show that there's really no wrong way to build a Lego tree. This one here is a lot shorter, as you can see, so it saves a lot of pieces. You don't use nearly as many of those leaf elements. This piece right here, there's only 1 of them used in this tree. I mean, you can build a tree without any of these, really, and it'll still look really good. This guy right here is a lot bigger. Now, this uses a lot of leaves. It's actually built the same way that these ones are, with the exception of adding more leaves. So this one is a little more delicate because I attached leaves to the leaves, but as you can see, it's not as symmetrical as these ones, or it's not symmetrical really at all, but it does give it some nice variety. These 2 trees right here were my guinea pig for adding additional leaves. So as you can see here, we have a ton of these smaller leaves right here. So I attached those to these 2. I didn't want to go too crazy with them and add them to more trees. I stopped at these 2 to kind of do a comparison to see if it actually looks better. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I think they actually do look better. It does make them look like fuller trees, a little bit poofier. It does hide more of the trunk inside of the tree. So I think I'm going to add that to a few more trees. And then finally, we'll get these added to the city. After spending a lot of time adding these little leaves to all the trees, here is the result, and I gotta say, I'm really happy we did it. They look really good. We cleaned this drawer out right here, took a good portion of the leaves here at the top, and that might not seem like a lot, but I'm sure there were hundreds of those little leaves used in these trees. All right, now it is finally time to get these put in the city. And here they are, guys. The trees have been planted and they have grown and they look good. It looks fantastic. It really makes the residential area look alive, doesn't it? Man, I can't believe I waited this long to put trees in my city. Wow. I was always concerned that they might hide the buildings or the houses, but I think they actually complement the houses, make it look like a friendly neighborhood. Even the Simpsons house doesn't look that scary, right? The McAllister home is always in full winter mode there, of course. A tree right there on the corner. And some trees back there on the wind turbine. And for the airport shuttle station there. Even got a tree right here, kind of in the backyard to kind of give it some depth. But no, this is good. I like it. I got a big smile on my face, you guys. Now, I think what the next target is for trees is probably the amusement park, because here's a tree right here. I had this guy as an extra, so I thought I'd put him in the campground, which I think looks pretty good. And I think there's definitely some room for some more trees, because, you know, we think of amusement parks, there's a lot of trees. So that is going to be the next project, tree project. But regardless, this is a huge improvement, a big upgrade for the city of Minneapolis. So happy to finally see some good big green trees in the city. So let me know what you guys think of these trees. Hopefully this gave you some good ideas on how to make Lego trees. I'm kind of new at this myself, so I'm learning as I go, but very happy to share my progress with you guys there as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll have more fun stuff here in the near future. Until then, you guys have a fantastic day. Till then, bye-bye.